Good morning to your morning. Welcome to another exciting episode of our talk show. Talk show number 8. Yes, number 8. Celebrating life's beautiful journey with none other than Seema Seal. Today, we have a multi talented individual with us, Seema. She is a renowned choreographer, fashion enthusiast, and a beauty pageant finalist. Let's dive into her inspiring journey and learn from her experiences. But before we begin, I would like to take a moment to encourage our audience to follow My Shishu on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and like us on Facebook. Stay connected, stay blessed with us for more valuable content. Well, let me welcome our lovely, beautiful guest of today, Seema, on the show. Hi, Seema.
Hello and very good afternoon from Singapore. It's evening over here, but I know it's afternoon out there. So namaskar, sat sri akal to all of you who are watching and would love people to come on board and enjoy our session. It's wonderful. I'm looking forward. Actually, I'm very excited.
Thank you very much. The feeling is mutual here. Seema,
Thank you.
your achievements, your diverse experiences, they are very truly remarkable. I am going to get into all those things. But before that, I
Sure.
want to know what Seema is all about. So I want you to introduce yourself in a very creative way, whereby I'll give you two ways to introduce yourself. One is my favorite, with the way I start always. So introduce yourself by adding an adjective to your name. That adjective should completely define your personality, and that one word should have the same starting alphabet what is your name as well.
Hmm. So well, firstly, thank you so much for inviting me on board on my Shishu, and it's such a wonderful name, my Shishu. It's so wonderful. It's very close to any mom's heart. Shishu. Shishu means an
Yes,
infant. It's wonderful.
yes,
I'm
yes.
Seema Seal from Singapore, and Seema is basically it's without any limit. Seema की जो limit नहीं होती है. But yes, coming to your adjective. There's so many flavors to my personality, but I'm very colorful. I'm very colorful. I'm very friendly. I'm very playful, very naughty. So that's how I am. So I
Okay.
don't know if
So we
that
can say,
suffices to your.
yeah, shadeful, Shima. You have a lot of shades, different shades,
Yes.
right? Well, I
I'm
am
also wearing something which has a lot of shades
correct, correct,
to,
correct,
to make it more
correct.
easier for all of you.
Yes. So that is so lovely introduction of yours. Now there is a equation x plus y equal to z, whereby z is Seema. So what is your x plus what is your y that completes to Seema?
Probably one is my smile.
Okay.
I am a very, I love to smile. I just love to smile at any given point of time.
Right.
And the other one is I'm very friendly. I'm very friendly. I don't have ego. I don't mind going up to talk first. I don't wait for the person to come to me. I feel it's okay. I mean, I like to go up and then talk. If the response is good, well enough. Otherwise, it's that person's loss, not mine. So I complete my set with Y and Z.
So lovely to hear your equation as well. Seema, your achievements and diverse experiences are truly remarkable. What
Thank you.
do you think has contributed to making you the person you are today?
Hmm. To begin, me myself. To
Yeah,
begin that, and of course, I will. I mean, my family also goes a lot for my family also, especially my husband, my kids. But the flare, the fire was always there in me. It never was diffused. I just needed that moment to trigger it. I just needed a moment to inflate it, and that's how I started. So, irrespective of the time I've like missed out, of course I do regret I could have done much more. But even nevertheless, I am happy the way I am going, like layer by layer, and I can see myself. I'm just raising up the level, and I'm pulling up myself first. So that is what I feel. And secondly, I feel not only if me pulling up myself, I also believe in pulling up other people also. So that also gives me a nice motivation again to pull up myself.
Yeah. You mean you just don't walk together. I mean, you don't walk alone.
Yeah.
You walk together. You
Yes.
take people
Yes.
with you. You
Yes.
are collaborative.
Absolutely.
You have an integrated approach, right?
Right. Yes. I always
That's
believe in that.
that's incredible. One aspect that stand out uh, is your participation in beauty pageants, right?
Mhm.
So that makes you more special as well, you know. So one more S is coming to you, special, right?
Okay.
What
Yes.
inspired you to
Mhm.
take part in these events, and which one was a turning point in your life? So first, tell me
My
what
life
inspired you to get onto the beauty
to
pageant,
get
or
on.
all that thing.
Okay. Okay. Now let me start in bits and bits. Way back in before we moved to Singapore, I was already into these kind of more into glamorous. I'm more towards a glamour life. I was always wanted to act into movies, into theater, into dance. I'm like a performer. I've got that sort of a personality where I love to perform. So that's how that thing, that flair was always there somewhere beneath in my system somewhere was hiding. But during school, college, and I've always been performing for dance and these kind of stuff. So I was like more into my forte is more into dance. But I said, let me try in other areas. Let's give it a shot. I mean, I always feel you should grow. If you don't take such risk, you never know what is more good about you. So that's
Yeah.
how I started like growing from one thing to the other. So in when I was in Mumbai, we used to do a lot of these fashion shows where I used to only participate. I never choreographed them. Then I realized that hey, I can also choreograph. I also can do a lot of many things, because we used to do through Diwali functions and Ganpati and blah 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 all kind of things. Then when we moved to Singapore, so I came across a lot of events which was like building up over here. They have a lot of events out here. So there was one event which was in our neighborhood itself. So which was for my younger daughter. So I took her over there, and then they had one category for moms. There was one category for kids and one category for moms. So somebody spotted me out. Like, hey, ma'am, why don't you also give it a shot? I said, I have participated in small fashion shows, but this is on a larger scale, but not as large also. But I said, okay, let me give it a try. And then I did it. It was in some community hall, and I won the Miss Congeniality sash and all those things. Then there was no looking back. Then I said, nothing doing. I have this flair in me. Let me give it a try. I mean, what's wrong? And let me take the plunge. Even if I lose, no big deal. Participation is winning. That's all I thought. So then somebody again approached to me. There's a big event coming up, which is with the international delegates. So I had to like compete with Miss Australia, Miss Poland, Miss Russia, blah blah blah. I'm Miss India representing my country, and I
Wow.
like there was a 2 weeks of good grinding sessions, where they were training up for ramp walk, then question answer round, and the beauty quotient, makeup and dressing, building up your personality, grooming, and you name it, everything was all out there. Your dance talent round. So of course we had to do all that, and I thoroughly enjoyed all that. And the best part is that you get to learn so much, you get to interact with so much, you with people, and your network grows, your confidence grows, and you realize there's so much is there in life. What we think we are doing is so limited. We think this is it, यही है, but actually ये नहीं है. As you grow up, as you grow, expose yourself to other things, you realize you're doing just peanuts, you're doing nothing. There's so much to learn. And then when
Yeah.
they, my God, it was like an eye opener for me. I really enjoyed every bit. And the best part was that when I participated, we did all the shows, everything was held in Singapore itself. The question answer round, and when I was selected as one of the finalists, that was it was really elated my kind of my morale to do even better in life. So that's how it led thing one thing to the other. So for my daughter, finally I landed. So it started with my daughter, but I eventually landed up and doing the thing. So that's how, I mean, answering to your question, this is how it went, one thing to the other. And I
Do
always, I had that thing in me. I said, I have to do it. I have to do it. Come may what, but I'm going to do it. So and luckily everybody was very supportive, and there was a lot of monetary also was involved in this, because you have to buy outfits, you have to hire a makeup artist and blah
Obviously.
blah blah. So it wasn't easy. A lot of things were you had, it was a holistic kind of a thing, but the
Mm,
end result was fabulous. You come out with such a great experience. You are much more mature, experienced, confident. You are you can execute yourself much in the society. Even your
mm.
communication skills improve hell of a lot. So all
True.
this did add to my forte, other than
Wow.
me being a dancer. So that's how I
Wow.
grew.
So, like you said, very lovely line, just a few minutes before. So, I'm just rephrasing it. Until you go, you don't grow. So, you have to you have to come out of the comfort zone. And you said,
Yes,
you don't grow if you don't know. So, the same way,
right.
like until you don't go, you don't grow, right?
Yes, true.
So, that is so, interesting. Now, tell me, let me take you to your college days, school days, any time when you can recollect today, the first turning point of your life. Just any one incident or a moment if you can think of.
In my school or college or
College,
otherwise.
whatever is coming in your mind right now.
Turning point, there are so many, but
Just
in
pick
my
up one.
school, yeah, I'm just thinking because it's been a while now. So let me just think. School, yeah, the school were a lot many. Yeah, this was a great turning point. Now I come to my dance. So we used to
Okay.
have, those days we used to have this. I don't know if you of course, you must be much senior, younger also. There were these school inter dance competitions, between
Yeah.
one school to the other school. So we used to, I'm from Mumbai, so my education is all done from Mumbai. So we were always competing with schools from Juhu, with the Parle, blah, 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 those areas. And
Hmm.
we were always with a patent auditorium, which is at near in Juhu, I forget the name, Baidas Hall. So every
Hmm.
year we used to have a dance competition. So this
Okay.
this particular incident which I'm trying to narrate now is that generally it was always a group competition. So if you win, the entire group wins. So the shield goes to the entire group. Now
Right.
this particular year, they didn't tell this. They kept it as a secret that amongst the group they will select one of the best dancers from that group. Now, suppose I'm
Okay.
girls of 6 or 8, they will select only one, and because of her, it be considered the group as one. So this was not known to us, and it was a
Hmm.
surprise. And of course, we used to like hell of a lot, like practice and after school hours and all those kind of stuffs. That was a very big turning point in my life because I was the winner of that group.
Oh.
And I didn't know that because they called my name. And those were Seema Bhattacharya, was my maiden surname. So I said, why are they calling me? I'm doing it in the group. So then when I went up to the stage, I was barely 12 or 13. When I went up to the stage, then our school in charge, she said we wanted to keep a surprise and we wanted to pick up the best dancer from our school group. So that was a great turning point, and everybody was like so happy and proud. I never expected that. They all came rushing and hugging like a celebrity for a moment. You felt. Like I mean, in
Yes.
dancing with your sharing that your stage with everyone, and you are like and you didn't even know that. You're
Yeah.
just
And
doing
then,
like
and
I
then
used to
you have
enjoy
been
dance.
crowned. You have been crowned
Yeah.
then.
So yeah. So I got the shield on behalf of my school and the group.
Wow.
So that
So
was a
when
great.
you,
I mean, I'm getting goosebumps even while talking now.
I know, I can feel that. So when you were a dancer and you were you will always used to stand on a winning stage. That moment when you were very young, pretty young, I think that is still you are. Okay.
Thank
So
you.
what you used to feel that time? I mean, like you used to see yourself as a Madhuri Dixit or some great dance. How, I mean, like with whom you used to relate yourself?
Those days, Madhuri, I didn't know much about it, but nowadays people tell me that you should have gone into films because I had
Yeah.
got so many offers. My parents, most of my dad, he was very conservative. My mom was okay. She was very
If you're
happy.
ready,
But
I'm ready to produce. If
so
you're
is
ready
it?
for the
Oh, I
film,
would
I'm
love
ready
to.
to produce.
I love
So
it. I would love. So that's how it was. So I mean, I used to participate in all the building programs and Diwali and you name it, everything was there. So in my building, there were a lot of producer directors. They used to come up and tell my mom, "Ki you have such a good-looking daughter. She's such a great dancer. आप उसको movies में Bollywood क्यों डालते हो?" My mom was very elated. My father was no way. Get study and just get married and that's all. No, we don't know
That's it.
what's going to be or blah blah. You know how it goes. Those days were. So that kind of opportunity I had lost, but it's okay. No worries on that. But
Yeah.
that's how it was. So
Those were the
as
days,
coming back to
when, yeah, those were the days when parents used to think, study, marriage,
yeah,
period,
yeah,
finish.
exactly, exactly.
Right.
So these kind of statements I get to hear. Yeah, you तुम तो मेरा तो नाम ही यहाँ पे सिंगापुर की माधुरी है. सब मुझे यही बोलते
Oh,
हैं.
seriously? Oh, I was
Yeah.
not aware about it.
तो यही बोलते सब दे सी माय फेस माय एक्सप्रेशन जो डांस वगैरह का जो भी है व्हेनेवर आई डू दैट इज सो मेरा नाम ही है यहाँ का दे हैव दे हैव नेम्ड मी लाइक दिस ओनली ओवर हियर इन सिंगापुर अमंगस्ट माय
Seriously, I am telling you, when you're talking right this, ऐसा लग रहा है मुझे पास से देखना पड़ेगा। हाँ, नहीं, नहीं, माधुरी दीक्षित नहीं है। हाँ। I
Oh
have
my God,
people
thank you so
closer to
much.
me. So,
Thank
yes,
you.
I mean, actually, you are looking much, much better than Madhuri Dixit. Seriously.
Oh, is it? Oh my
Oh,
God, then please ये आप फ्लाइट मत करिएगा. You had it.
नहीं, नहीं, नहीं.
Seriously.
So, see, the beauty of the show is, the show is candid, and we just talk out of the heart, which comes naturally
Yeah.
to us. So, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
obviously, nobody means, huh? Obviously.
I know, I know. So, any one recent turning point after Singapore?
In Singapore, you mean to say, or
In Singapore,
in
when you shifted to Singapore,
turning
so in your
point?
recent years, if you can recollect.
Oh yeah, my when I started my talk show. Oh my God, I just love that. This was just during that lockdown session when we all were going through, we all our lives were topsy turvy. That was a turning point because before that I was doing a lot of things physical. I started a dance class and blah blah blah. Then a lot of restrictions in Singapore. So we had to shut down everything physically. So
Yeah,
then I thought it was in my bucket list to start my own talk show. So I was wondering, wow, this is the opportunity. I must grab it. And this was good fun, full year. A lot of people were indoors. We could not go out. There were a lot of restrictions and stuff like that. So I said,
yeah,
let me make use of this window and let's get into the plunge. And that's how I started. That Smile with Seema with the tagline. And, I wanted this show more, not, as of course, it was non-commercial only. It was more for bringing smile on people because they'd forgotten to smile. We were also depressed when every family, it's not only in India or Singapore, I'm talking from global aspect. Every
true, true.
family was so badly down and things were going not right in the families. A lot many things as you know that.
Yeah,
So I said, this is the best time. What little I can give it back to the society is just a smile, just like uplift their mood. So that's how I started this Smile with Seema, and I used to connect with people. Of course, was absolutely who I knew didn't even know a wee bit, and they loved my tagline. And immediately they said, "We are coming for a show, Seema. You don't worry." And I used to go to them personally, and I used to do all. I didn't have a team. I did everything by myself, whatever my knowledge I had, and it was my first like experience. But the my gut gave was the whole support, and of course my husband is apart from that. But taking the plunge is wasn't easy because
mm,
people like when your experience becomes much easier, but somebody starting it raw is not easy because firstly that confidence is very important in front of the camera. So before if
true.
you're not confident, how are you going to host a show? So that is one thing I said I have to get that confidence, generate a lot of confidence, and I will let me do it. What will happen? At the moment I shut the show, there's nothing, nobody loses anything. And that
Yeah,
whole year was such a hit. I mean, I called from Kalpana Iyer, our old time actress. I call Anita Kanwal, serial actress. All people. Then plus there are mothers who started their career after 50s, a marathon runner. There was one female from Jaipur. She was a bodybuilder. She also she started also very late. Almost all 40 years. That they had the passion, but they never got an opportunity. There was nobody to support them. And once they picked up, I said, "You guys are coming to me," and you will not believe. After they came to my show, they have got so popular. They were awarded for their achievements, and they all thank me कि आपके लिए हम तो ज़्यादा lucky हो गए, So those kind of things, and I am so happy, I could do something for somebody. So that's
So
how
true.
was my turning point in my life. It was a wonderful time I had for that entire year. So people were
Lovely.
telling me, why don't you start? I said, no, I don't need to because now everybody is opened up, everything is gone back. Because I'm also never indoors. I'm also like most of them outside. So now that charm, it was that time or that charm was there. Sometimes there's something in life, there's a moment, that's a moment you have to enjoy. Otherwise, that charm never comes back. So I see
Very
it
true.
that way. That was the right time I caught hold at capture the right moment.
Super, super interesting and truly inspiring, Seema.
Thank you.
I have a friend in Bombay, and he's Rushabh Turakia,
Okay.
and he's running a movement, I think, more than 15 years. More than 15
Okay.
years. YTN cards. Your turn now. So he has set of cards, which he gives to people, and that card
I
has
see.
like five or 10 set of cards in one polythene, which he gives to
Okay.
people.
I see.
And उस पे बस इतना सा लिखा है कि it's your turn now, and you
Okay.
do
Okay.
any act of kindness for somebody, and when then somebody gives you thank you don't accept thank you give this card and say ki it's your turn now. If I have done some act of kindness, and if I could bring a smile on your face, it's your turn now to bring that smile to somebody else. Don't give me back.
Right.
Suppose we
Very
both are
nice.
standing in a medical shop, and we both come from a very good background. Even you are coming out from your Lamborghini, I am coming out from a Mercedes, right? And we are taking some medicine or something, but you don't have a change, and your Google Pay or is not working. It's not that you're short
Right.
of money. You don't have money that
Right.
moment, and
Right.
that person is not able to give you exchange or something, and I step
Mm-hmm.
in between and I say, take 120 rupees of madam from mine. And then you say,
Right.
hey, no, man, you please stay out of it. I can pay. I'm not, you don't think that I'm somebody. I am
Unable to, yeah.
much affordable. And then I say, it's
Mm.
okay. You don't give me back this 120 rupees. You keep this 120 in another pocket. And whenever you can see somebody need, it's your turn now to bring that smile on that person. And you give this 120 to that some other person. Right.
Right.
So
Very true.
same way, and there, I'm relating with you that you are also like Rushabh in $1 million business. You know,
Oh, wow. Thank you.
you make somebody smile. So there is a dollar, $1 million smile is there on that person's face. And when that $1 million smile comes on that person's face, there is a $1 million smile on your face as well. So
Very
this is
true.
how like attracts like. So I'm
Absolutely.
so happy to know the inspiring way you started your talk show in COVID times, tough times, and could be a medium uh, to become an emissary for someone, but just giving smile to them.
Exactly. Thank
Good.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
As a parent, Seema, what are
Mm-hmm.
the three important values or qualities you have instilled in your children?
Uh, I always, first thing is, I've always told my kids, even now, they are both
Yeah.
are adults, that if you can't do good, don't do harm. That's point number one. Point number two is always be honest and authentic. Be yourself. You don't have to fake. Just be yourself, whatever, however you are. That's what I also believe in. Point number three is be kind and humble. The other thing I
Wow.
always tell them, as this will take you a long way. Even if you're the topper, and even if you're the most richest person, but if these three key are missing in your life, I don't think you can reach that far, because people have to look up to you, not from your string of certificates and your monetary. It is what you're presenting yourself on the table. That what counts as for me.
Wow. So we are seeing a new Seema, new alphabet, new adjective of Seema as well right now. Striker Seema. One
Oh
word,
yeah.
and you have given a three takeaways. Don't do good, don't harm. Don't do this, don't
Yeah.
do that. Humble and this. Amazing and awesome.
Yes.
I'm like, you're a striker, huh? Cool.
Thank you.
So your experiences have taken, you to a different country. I mean, like to
Yes,
countries, right?
yes.
Can you tell us about the countries you have lived in and
Hmm.
how those migrations have influenced your perspective on life? I'm sure
Okay.
there might be a lot of learning with it, right?
Yes, oh yes, absolutely. See, to begin with, I've staying international. This is the first international country which we are staying for the last almost 10 years. Prior to that, I was in Mumbai, Delhi, and of course, my husband was in the merchant navy, so I used to sail with him. That was way back in nineties. I'm talking.
And
So we
this is
used to.
how you got your surname also, Seal and Sail.
I guess so. We sailed out together. Sailed out together.
That's good. Sorry,
That's how
continue,
it is.
please.
No worries, no worries. So, I mean, prior to Singapore, we stayed in small states in India. Mumbai, of course, I'm from Mumbai. I'm hailing from Mumbai. My husband is hailing from Delhi, but we stayed in Madras, Tiruchirappalli, smaller towns. That because work related, we had used to be posted out here.
Yeah.
Staying in a bigger international country is the first time we're staying in Singapore for the last almost 10 years now. We
Okay.
came in 2014, so yeah, so it is definitely way different. I mean, the kind of things are, over here. Firstly, it's a very small island, Singapore, so it's things
Yeah.
are very controlled. The law is extremely strict. You cannot get away with any shit. You have to abide by the rules, otherwise they deport you in overnight. That's point number one. Then the people are very different over here. I mean, women are respected. I call it a women's city because there's so much of respect for women. So much of respect. Yeah,
Then
because
what I'm
when
doing, I should be there as well because I have
oh
a deep
yes,
respect for women, and my major life goal is to
wow.
help women for a better well-being. Carry
Oh
on.
yes, absolutely. You're most welcome. So these are the things which I like about it. Of course, there are negative points. Every places I've got is pros and cons, but I'm talking about
Hmm.
the good part. So these are the things there. Here you can be independent. It's very safe. I don't think anywhere in the world you can buy safety but Singapore. That's
Wow.
so safe for when you leave at 2 p.m. You can leave at 4 a.m. You wear any attire. कहते हैं ना, मजाल है. Anybody acts funny with you. The law is so goddamn strict over here. So that
Is
is
it
that is
is
a
it more
lovely thing
stricter
I
than
like about
Dubai?
it.
It is more stricter than Dubai?
Dubai is also safe, but the thing is, Dubai weather is not very conducive. It's
Hmm.
too hot, and to here the weather is like Mumbai. It's almost the
Right.
same around the year. But having said that, it's becoming quite like rainy and those kind of thing. But that besides the point. You can still, there are outdoors you can do, and the transport is very good over here. You don't have to drive really. Wherever you want, you pick up a bus, you take a train. Of course, there's taxi also, but that's completely your choice. But the transport is very good, and you're above all you're independent, and
Yeah.
everything moves over here. Nothing stops. In these last 10 years, I've yet to come across any kind of issues, be it religious issues or religion issues or any issues and those kind of things, and everything is well taken care of. If you give a feedback, the ministers and all, they immediately they see into it and they rectify. They're making it as green as they can, and a lot good things over here. They give a lot of importance to health. They'll give a lot of importance to your life being, how well-being your life is, lifestyles are. So automatically the atmospheres like this, you, even if you're lazy, somehow you will get attracted to that kind of an atmosphere. Unlike in
That's
India, when I go to India, it's so different. You become so lethargic, and obviously, see, it's a big country. It's overly
yes.
populated. It is not very
Yes.
systematic. It's not organized. But yet, it's our own roots. Whatever we can just brush off
True.
the
True.
negatives, and you have to see on the positives. So that's the difference I'm saying. But safety wise and all, I don't think anywhere. I've been to so many places in the world. I went to Venice, I went to UK. But this one place, I like, you can literally, women can literally breathe the freedom.
Wow. That is so
So,
so true and so important, right? But it is also
yes,
heard that
very.
Singapore is one of the most expensive place.
It
What do
is.
you
It
say?
is expensive. Yes, it is expensive. I mean, see, expensive thing in India has become expensive in Dubai, also expensive. Yes, it is expensive. The rent's expensive. You want to buy a house, it's next to impossible. You want to buy a car, it's next to impossible. but you have other means. You don't have to have a car. You have such a beautiful system. The
Public
government wants
transport.
you to use the public transport. They don't
Yeah.
want you to use cars and, like, pollute the atmosphere. So that is, these are the things they are into. Them, their planning is way 50 years ahead. They're such planning
Mm.
city. They're so organized. But small things is so planned. If there's an event which is, say, about in Jan, they would have planned it last year only. The planning is that long. They're so organized. So these are the good things which I've learned, and I try to practice it on my day. And of course, already I have that nature. That is my attitude, and this
Yeah.
has added more flavor to it. So
That's
this is the
beautiful,
start of
Seema.
Singapore.
So एक और नया adjective सिंगापुर with सीमा, you know.
So
Okay.
I'm really
So,
blessed. And I thank my
yeah.
husband for that, of course. अगर उनकी नौकरी नहीं लगती तो मैं भी नहीं आ पाती. So let me
Ah,
be very honest. So all credit goes to him only. But other than that, I mean, it was a teamwork. So when we moved, see,
so is
initially
he
it
still
wasn't
working?
easy because yeah, he's working. He's basically into digital solutions. He's basically a marine engineer, but now he's into digital solutions and basically for forecasting weathers and stuff like that. Those kind of stuff's into. So he's working
Wow.
with Mars tankers now. So
Okay.
he's into basically, his field is into sales.
So how expert he is to forecast weather?
That you have to ask him.
No, I'm talking about your weather. Is I'm sure he is a pro to forecast your weather. You know when Seema is going to be romantic, when
Yeah,
Seema is
that
going to
that you have to ask him.
when Seema is
Like,
going to go out of
वो
control, and
वो तो
and
कहेगा his forecast is always cloudy because high maintenance जो है ना यहाँ पर cloudy.
okay, that's a lovely one. So, jokes apart, on a lighter note, so you have a keen eye for style, which we can really look at you, and we can just admire the way you dress up, the way you carry yourself.
Yes, yes.
You're too good, right? So
Thank
you have
you.
a keen eye for style. Stylish Seema is
Hmm.
again a adjective coming to my mind, right? And even
Yes,
presentation,
yes,
the way you present yourself, the way you carry your hair, the way you wear, and it is not that you're wearing a dress. It is that you're wearing an attitude. You know,
yes. I believe
so
in
we
that.
always
Thank
say, okay,
you.
you
You have
carry
spoken
attitude
my
and then
words.
carry
You've
attitude and
spoken
bring
my
style.
words.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you know. So when it comes to style and presentation, what
Yes.
aspect of yours, I mean, like what aspect
Okay.
of your appearance rather, or maybe your
Hmm.
image, are you most conscious about?
Yeah. Of course, I always conscious about my weight. I always
Okay.
have to maintain it,
You
and I
said
do
it's
take a
so
lot of pain
important
to do
thing. A lot
that.
of people want to know about it. How do you maintain
Sorry.
it in your life? Weight is something
Lots.
a lot of people are.
I take lots and lots of pain, and it's not from now. I'm doing it for the last 25 years,
Wow.
much before I had my kids.
Right.
So good diet,
Yeah.
exercise, positive thinking. Of course, I do also have my negative scenarios, but I try to pull out myself. And of course, my I give that job to my husband. He has been to pull it out. So that
Okay.
is your job. I didn't do one job. Pull me out of the negative like scenarios. And yeah, I do my yoga. I do Zumba once a week. I go for brisk walking, 6-7 kilometers with my husband. And then I do a lot of housework also. I don't have a helper. So I mean, I don't have a full timer. I just have a part timer. So the rest of the housework, I keep doing. I'm a person I cannot sit. That's a problem with me. I like to have to keep myself doing something. If I don't do it, I go into depression. I feel I'm not self worthy. So this is a thing, that drive is always there in me. I have to do something. If not this, then this. If not this, then this. I have to do something.
Wow. Wow. So that's the power, and and super speedy Seema,
Yeah.
so
Oh
that is
yes.
again
I'm
adjective coming.
very speedy. I'm very efficient. I have a very good time management. I can manage time very beautifully, and then I
Hmm.
take pride in that to even say that's how I have done raised both my kids with time management. Very important. When you're raising kids, you cannot afford to like take it be so slack. when you have to
Yeah.
raise good, a healthy kids. I'm not saying even good, healthy kids. So many factors. And of course, I
Correct.
had the time. I was not working then. I never got the. I was not so lucky like the other moms I see now, where they have a career and then they can take care of the kids. I could never do that because I was not that lucky. I was never blessed because I lost my mom at a very young age, and my father was not very supportive on all these areas. So I mean, having said that, I'm a self-made woman. So, and that has made me very strong. I said,
Yes.
you have to pamper yourself. You are your best company. You have to be a mother, grandmom, everything. So I
Yeah.
tuned myself doing all that. And that helped me actually, to come a long way.
Lovely. Good to know.
Thank
Sorry for the loss you had in early life, but
Yes.
that
Yeah.
made you strong what you are today. So, stronger Seema is
Yes.
again an adjective I
Thank you.
dedicate to you, right?
Thank you.
Let's add some excitement with
Sure.
your permission with a rapid fire round. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Mm.
I'll ask you a series of quick questions, and I
Okay.
want you to respond with just one word or phrase, and
Okay.
just in a second what comes is just pop it out. Okay,
Okay.
are you
Sure.
ready?
Yep.
So let's say together, bring it on.
Bring it on.
Let me get you more closure, right? So
Okay.
describe yourself in one sentence.
Vibrant.
Okay, I said sentence.
Oh, sorry, sentence. Vibrant and very vibrant and colorful.
Okay, now in one word, don't use the one which you used before.
Okay. In one word,
Yep.
sensuous.
Ah, are you reading my mind,
No,
right?
not at all.
Okay. what
My God, not
what
at all. That's how
what
I am.
would you like to be remembered as? Don't say Madhuri Dixit,
Smile,
please.
just with that smile. My smile I
Ah,
need. So it should be a legend.
okay. Your best achievement.
Best achievement, I was one of the finalists in a beauty pageant.
Hmm. Your worst nightmare.
Was when I lost my mom.
Yep. Sorry for that. One
No, it's
advice
okay.
you would want to give every woman.
One advice in a word or a sentence.
Advise
Anything.
you.
I can
You add your voice to advice.
Yeah. Okay, fine. That I love this part always, and
Yeah.
it's very close to my heart because I'm a woman's woman, not a man's woman's woman. Like like to be more towards women.
Yeah.
Never forget yourself, no, irrespective of whatever age you are, at any point of your life. I mean, prior to your marriage, after marriage, even your mom, always give that top priority first to yourself and then to your family. Because if you're at the best, your family is at the best. That's my advice to all the women globally.
Lovely. Lovely and emotional as well. It is
Thank you.
deep. जो सुनेगा समझेगा उसके लिए डीप है, जो नहीं समझेगा वो सिर्फ आपको देखता
नहीं,
रहेगा। पर जो सुनेगा समझेगा उसको समझ पड़ेगा इसके पीछे का डीप इमोशन क्या है, राइट?
very good.
एक और
भाई
बात है।
हमने भी मेहनत ही की है,
आई नो,
मेहनत
आई
करके ही
नो।
आए यहाँ तक।
तो एक बात मेरे पास में आई है, अब ये रूमर है, ये कि क्या है मालूम नहीं है, कि देयर इज वन डिसऑर्डर व्हिच यू आर गोइंग विद फ्रॉम मेनी इयर्स, एंड is it good only or for the good side? How you feel,
Mhm.
how good it is, that you feel that you are that one जिसका एज जो है वो 30 पे रुक गया है. So how you feel when your age is stopped at 30 only? How
Okay,
exciting it
sort of
is.
wow. मुझे तो बढ़ना ही नहीं आगे। Forever young, there's a song. I want to stay
Um,
forever young.
yeah. I
That is
mean,
my aim to do that.
is 30 I quoted right, or it is 27, 28?
Like 30 tak I'm okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't go beyond 30. I'm happy
Okay.
with 30.
Yes. So, your screen age and your excitement, your energy level, the enthusiastic Seema is actually, it is just, it is, I mean, like, you are more powerful than even a 30, 30s. And I see this thing very attractive of yours, and this is inspiring to many. I'm sure you are a vibe which touches and which inspires to many people. Keep doing that. That is so
Thank you
important,
so
right?
much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Fantastic
Such a
responses.
lovely compliment, honor. I'm so
Uh,
blessed.
the feeling is mutual over here. Fantastic responses you have given in rapid fire round, and you could match up to keep the rapid fire to crisp and short. And on that note, I would like to give you a lifetime hamper, which I generally give to only selected people in my talk
Oh,
show,
wow.
and that is worldwide. Wherever you go, I am giving you a free entry to any Starbucks wherever you want to
Okay.
go, right? Enjoy the
Okay.
Wi-Fi, enjoy the ambience of Starbucks all over world. Uh, Only thing is that you have to pay for the coffee.
Yeah.
Okay,
So that's fine.
right? So this is what
What is free in that?
we are giving you a
Free
quick
guy.
bit.
Only the free, the entrance is free. Yeah, that's
See,
what you're giving me.
सोच ये हमारी सोच है ना, सोच बड़ी है, आदमी की सोच होनी चाहिए नो, सो
नहीं, ये
तो
सोच को
हमने
थोड़ा आगे
सोचा,
भी बढ़ाई है। अब 30 तक ही अटक गए हो, 30 के आगे भी बढ़ाई है इसको, सोच को भी।
right? So it was lovely talking to you. Before we wrap up, you know, before we wrap up, I would like to know, how do
Sure.
you see yourself contributing to taking My Shishu, our brand, our mission to greater heights? Any views on that?
Oh, it's such a wonderful. I would love to definitely do that, but see, I can do is again, I can talk like this. We can start off like this only, coming more
Yes.
live and talking. Maybe I talk on my page. You are as it is doing it. Like I try and share it and do it on my page and on my social handles. Talk about my Shishu and what is parenting and how much of the education awareness is needed, especially
Yes.
for would be dads or who are already dads of teens, or even I feel even when the kids are grown up, like I have 25 and 19, but we are, see, once you're a parent, you're always a parent. There's no two ways about it, irrespective of whatever age your kids are. They will always need you, even for smallest of things, and even we'll also need them. Not physically, but generally, suppose we want to plan something like holidaying and all those kind of things. Now of course we're in a different phase, but I feel that lovely bonding should be done with parents. We should be like all friends, and it should start it off early. Disciplining is one phase, then when coming to the friendly phase is another phase, and then companionship should be another phase. So now we are companies. Like me and my daughter, we are friends. We are company to each other. We're going for shopping, we're going for movie, we're doing makeup, we're trying out different clothes. So we are in a different phase. So this is how you build up your relationship with your family, rather than pulling them down and making that that distance. We are parents, not your, you cannot come and be like enter into art or domain, and we can enter into our domain. No, it shouldn't be that. Glad this is the way Kaushik and I, we have done our parenting.
Wow. Lovely,
Thank
lovely.
you.
I love you very much. The way you
Thank
started
you.
this talk, and you just said, you know what? The first chapter of our first book, the title is same what you just said. Once a parent, always a parent. That is the
Yeah,
title
thank
of our
you.
first chapter, right? So that's wonderful, Seema. Lastly, I would love to hear one message you have for my Shishu. And if there is anything
Okay.
you appreciate about Dr. Abhishek Pasari, so please
Oh,
share your words of wisdom.
wow.
Rather, I
Wow,
would say
lovely.
share the love language that is word of appreciation for both of these handles.
Mhm. My Shishu is the firstly the word Shishu. It is so, like it is like it really gets me back into my newly motherhood days, seeing my Shishus, both the
Yeah.
Shishus. So that is a very relatable to me, firstly, and that's one of the reasons I got connected with you. And point number two is you are doing such a wonderful job. I really salute you because we need more men like you out at the open, on the table, understanding women, problems we are going through, the mysterious hormones we have to face on a day-to-day basis. You understand what I'm trying to say. Your wife will also, you can relate to that. So we want more men like you and my husband who respect women, who understand the psychological, physiological problems women go through. Because we have so many things to see into. It is first your own self, then of course
Yeah.
your kids responsibility, then the society. You have to face societies also, because they see women differently, society sees men differently. So that is
Yeah.
so important, and men have to come out in the limelight and give women a backseat and take over and understand and cover up their flaws, or on the contrary speak on behalf of them, that this is how it is, please accept them the way women are, and learn to respect and love them. This is what I
Yeah.
want, and I salute you for that.
Thank you very much from bottom of my heart. See, I always say, there are two things. You said, like women be on back seat. I say it other way. I would say that men are good at back seat. Let women be on the front because men has three alphabet and women has five,
I
right? The five should win the race and should be always leading ahead because they are more
Right.
practical, they are more grounded, and they come with the practical and grounded energy. So
Mhm.
I have a deep respect, and I see a huge scope of improvement and work in women's well-being area, be it
True.
Poland, be it Finland, be it UAE, be it Middle East, Asia, anywhere. This is what I always believe. And my sole purpose of my life is to create one thing in people's mind that there is only one caste and one religion, parents and parenting. राइट मुझे नहीं समझ
Yes,
पड़ता
very true.
कि ये एशियन मदर है कि ये अफ्रीकन मदर है कि ये अरेबिक है मुझे ये मालूम है कि ये पेरेंट्स हैं और ये पेरेंटिंग कर रहे हैं
Very true.
सो दिस इज व्हाट आई लुक फॉरवर्ड टू एंड
Yeah,
आई
it's wonderful,
so
wonderful. I
blessed to
completely
be
can resonate to it. I resonate to it because hormones are same for everybody. So hormones don't have any skin color.
yes
Progesterone,
yes
estrogen, women have the same color as any women of any part of the world, and same goes for men. Testosterone, the same
true
color as any part of the world. So parenting is parenting. There's no color for any parenting. There's no religion
there,
for parenting. The
there
biggest
is no
religion
religion
is humanity. The
yeah
biggest religion is humanity. That should be a biggest religion, other than anything else.
very true. So this is what we had Seema Seal with us today on our talk show number 8, celebrating life's beautiful journey, the way
Yes.
she is. Smart, super excited, speedy, shadeful, sensuous, and so many S are there with her. So thank you, Seema, for joining us today and sharing your incredible journey with us and with all our audience over here. Your accomplishments and passion continue to inspire us all. This is what we you know expect and give you as a blessing and wishes from our side. And with this note, I want everyone to please follow, check Seema wherever on social media you can check it her out. She is a founder director of Fashion Nova Singapore, and we have a YouTube channel which is we are building My Shishu. Please help us by subscribing and spreading the good word so we can reach greater heights. If you have to follow us, follow on Instagram. If you want to like our work, like on Facebook. If you wish to connect professionally with us, connect on LinkedIn. And same goes with Seema Seal as well. Just
Yes.
stay connected, stay blessed, everyone over here. This is Dr. Abhishek Pasari signing out from talk show number 8. And very soon we will come with another guest, another story. Idea is only one thing, and which is the pain point and emotional side of me, that why I am doing these talk shows. There is nothing different here in these talk shows. So there are so many big people like Kamya Jani doing talk shows, Raj Shamani doing talk shows. So what is different? So different is only one thing. I'm just trying to picture, feature, portray the parent side, the parenting side. There are so beautiful people around the world, like we have today with us on screen. So इनकी जर्नी, इनके हर्डल्स, हंसी मजाक के साथ साथ इनके आउटकम्स, इनके इनके फियर, इनके फोबिया, इनके ब्लॉकेजेस, इन सब से जो सीखने को मिलता है, दैट इज व्हाट आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू ब्रिंग दैट चेंज. मेरा एक ही पर्पज है सीमा, विथ यू ओवर हियर. आफ्टर दिस शो, when this show will going to go live, and during this live show, if four people from the world get touched or transformed by Seema Seal, I would feel that purpose of my this day to be alive is completed.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you. So
with a lot
wonderful.
of love to
Oh,
you, a virtual hugs
I
to
know.
you. Uh, I salute
And
you.
thank you so much for having me on board and on my Shishu. And I pray that we grow शिशु की तरफ से ही. शिशु शिशु जैसे ही हम बढ़े, जैसे शिशु को हम बढ़ाते हम भी वैसे ही बढ़े. You know,
Yes,
like how they crawl and walk, हम भी वैसे ही बढ़े. And that is so
yes.
wonderful, and you're doing a fabulous job, and all the very best.
Thank
And
you.
looking forward to work together, of course. And thank you once again for such
ऐसी
kind
कहावत
words.
है,
I'm so truly honored.
ऐसी कहावत है, लाइक अट्रैक्ट्स लाइक. अच्छों को सब अच्छा दिखता है. तो हम कुछ अच्छा
Very
नहीं
good.
कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि आपकी नजर अच्छी है इसलिए आपको अच्छा दिख रहा है.
Exactly.
तो ऐसी नजर
Exactly.
और लोगों को मिलती रहे, यही
देखो आप
सोच.
अच्छा कर रहे हो तभी दिख ही रहा है ना. अच्छा करोगे बुरा भी दिखता है, अच्छा भी दिखता है, तो वो भी है. So very
यस,
anyways, thank you once again, and I'm truly honored, and all the very best to the entire team who have worked hard on putting like the entire thing together. And
थैंक यू.
congratulations once again to all of you. So
थैंक यू टू यू टू, एंड स्टे
cheers,
कनेक्टेड,
and
blessed.
take care of yourself.
See
And
you all in next talk show every Saturday, 11 o'clock. Do follow us on social media and subscribe our YouTube channel. God bless. Take care.